What's up, YouTube? And we're back. This time I just got some vape mail today. I was waiting since last week. They decided to send them out. It was by Drip the Hype. It's a company out of New Jersey. You can find them on Instagram, Facebook. You can Google them. They don't sell directly on their site, but they can direct you to different vendors that do. They send me to these free of charge to go over them and then to help represent them, because they're basically trying to make juice affordable with a good taste. High quality, and good sized bottle, so you don't run out super quick either, which is really cool. So in the little package they sent me a Drip the Hype sticker. I actually have two. I've already put one on my car. A little paper for a Christmas promo, which it's not Christmas anymore, so I don't know if that's still running. And two different flavor cards, which I'll be going over these in a minute. We'll look at the boxes real quick. Now these are all 60 mils. On their site, 60 mils runs for about $23.99. You can get it in 0, 1.5, 3, or 6 milligrams of nicotine. So that's actually pretty good that they have 1.5, because a lot of people are trying to do that. But for a 60 mil, $24 is really not a bad deal at all, considering normally nice 30 mils are about 20. And these are definitely all very good juices. And the other thing I want to point out, I've only tried 2 out of 4 of these that they sent me so far. And I absolutely love them. But the more important thing is for you people that like to cloud chase and things like that. These are max VG liquids. They're 100% VG, which is actually really, really cool considering the flavor stays as well. I don't have a dripper to actually show the difference or anything like that. I use primarily sub tanks, and that's the extent of it. But either way, I'm getting a lot bigger clouds than I would with a 50-50 blend or even a 70-30 blend, and the flavor is still all there, which is the best thing about this. So what I'm going to do is just show you the boxes first. This one did not come in a box, just came bubble wrapped. It's an apple cider donut, and I've heard some pretty damn good things about this. I've smelled it. It smells great. I haven't tried this one yet. This is the only one they sent me in a 30 mil. It's 3 milligrams nicotine, max VG, says it right on the side. So there's probably trace amounts of PG, but that's not too big of a deal. It has a glass dropper. One thing that I am a little disgruntled about, it's not a giant deal, also considering, I got these to review for free, just to shout them out there and get them known, is all of these bottles, normally when you get a bottle in the mail, they have the plastic wrap around the side here, so there's no leaking. All of my bottles had trace amounts of fluid kind of going down the side, and since it's a max VG, it's very hard to get off. I've wiped it a couple times, and I can't seem to get it, totally back to normal the way it should be. So that is one little complaint I have. Other than that, I haven't really found anything wrong yet. Like I said, I've only done 2 out of 4 of these. But I would like to see that, having all of them wrapped all the way around the side, so you have to break the seal to open it instead of just twisting and it's already open. It kind of sketched me out a little bit, but so it's not too big of a deal. The boxes all look like this, which is pretty cool. They have the picture on one of the sides of what the flavor is supposed to be. So in case you lose your flavor card or whatever, because there is one, and I'll show that in a minute. So it's a picture of raspberries and then a piece of cheesecake, so that's pretty cool. And then it elaborates further on the box. It says, let's elaborate, a rich, creamy raspberry cheesecake garnished with white chocolate flakes. They call this one a vape cake. They kind of scribble in the nicotine, mine's at 3. And then, the giant Drip the Hype logo. And it also has on the top and bottom cheesecake and cheesecake. So I haven't tried that one yet either. Those are the 2 that I have not opened yet. Well, I've opened them to look and smell them, but I haven't actually tried them yet. And you'll get a flavor card for the apple cider donut one, and Sweet Clouds Vapor, and it has an Instagram link. This is pretty cool. It's a nice little laminate flavor card that's pretty sick. And then these are their 3 main flavors. I'm not sure if they have more. I honestly don't think they do as of right now. It says Drip the Hype. And then on the other side, these are all the 3 flavors, including the cheesecake one, which was the top. The first one on here is this one. It's the French Toast Crunch. It's a sweet cinnamon French toast cereal drizzled with maple syrup floating in an ice cold bowl of milk. Honestly, that's the first one I tried, and I absolutely love it. We'll talk about it in a minute. The second one I tried, it has a little picture of a Sour Patch Kid right there on the flavor menu. This sweet then sour liquid is a perfect blend of strawberry and kiwi with a sweet watermelon surprise. I just took a couple hits of that before just to make sure my coil was primed before shooting this video, and it's actually pretty good from what I can taste. So let's actually take out one of the bottles and take a look at those real quick. And we're gonna, all of them are just about the same. There's almost no difference. So here we go. Like I said, my bottles, none of them came with the plastic wrapping around the top. A little discouraging. I mean, it's not too big of a deal. It is what it is. But it says it has your warnings right on the side. It contains nicotine, 3 milligrams max VG. So it'll say your nicotine content right there, right above the max VG. That is a clear bottle. It says Drip the Hype right on the front. And then it does not give you the actual flavor description on the bottle, but it is on the box and on the flavor card. But just so you know which one it is, it does have the little picture. Cinnamon Toast Crunch with milk. So that's that one. The dropper is huge. It is a child safety cap. And I like this because in a lot of 60 mils, the dropper is half the size of the bottle, so it's kind of a pain. But they gave you just as big as a dropper to go with the bottle. So that's actually really cool. I'm glad they did that. And as you can see just from tilting this around a little bit, it is a very, very heavy juice because it is max VG. So that's actually really cool. So there's not too much to see on the bottle. They're pretty plain. They are 60 mils, like I said, for $24, which is not a bad deal at all. That's actually really sick considering the quality and considering they are max VG. So I'm going to blow a couple clouds on each flavor. I'll do the French toast one first, the French toast cereal, whatever you want to call it. And we can talk about it. And this is running off a 0.3 sub-ohm coil. It's only lightly used. This isn't a brand new coil. And the other one, I do have a brand new coil. It's about 75% charged. Okay, so 3 milligrams nicotine with almost zero throat hit. Reason being, PG carries throat hit and flavor. VG carries cloud production and all that good stuff. But surprisingly enough, for a max VG juice, it has all the flavor. I taste the cereal, I taste the milk. The little bit of maple syrup they said that they threw in there, you can actually taste, which is really cool. That's a little bit of a different twist. Because normally it's just a cereal and milk, but in most juices you get just the cereal with very minimal to almost nothing of the milk taste. This goes very well together. I've had a couple different Cinnamon Toast Crunch vapes, and this is by far my favorite one so far. Because it also doesn't leave you feeling super dry because of the cinnamon flavor. As you can see off a quick pull too, you're getting massive amounts of vapor without even trying from this thing. Because it is a max VG juice, so that is certainly very helpful. And that's why I can't stress enough with max VG having the flavors that these do have. It's incredible. It is a really cool thing. So we're going to move on. There's not too much to say about that one other than I could certainly all day vape that. I give that one a 9 out of 10. There's not many flavors that I would rate that high, but that one's definitely up there. Now, this one is the Sour Patch Kid. It's strawberry, kiwi, and sweet watermelon surprise. So I'm going to, once again, bust out the bottle real quick. This one does not have the picture of the Sour Patch Kid, but it still does have the nicotine and max VG there. This is also 60 mil and 3 milligrams nicotine, but it shows you the strawberry kiwis. So it is, and you can smell this one through the bottle. This thing is super strong, which is honestly really cool because normally I'm not a big fruit vape guy. It's usually not my thing. So let's take a couple hits off that. It's the same VG content. It's the same nicotine. As you can see, these clouds are ridiculous for, you know, a little sub-tank. Very, very, very thick, dense clouds. Take a couple more pulls for you. So, once again, I don't know if maybe I just don't have the flavor palette for fruit vapes. I don't know. It's not super strong to me, but for max VG, I can definitely dignify what's in there. The kiwi and the strawberry, you can definitely taste. The watermelon, I feel, is kind of muted. I don't really get too much of it. I don't really taste the sweet or sour. I mean, it's definitely like a sweet kiwi and a sweet strawberry. I'm not really getting much of the watermelon or much of the sour. But either way, I mean, I've had a lot of fruit vapes, and I've never grown on them. I've tried tons of different ones, and they've just never been my favorite. But I could honestly vape this all day. I'd give this like an 8 out of 10. It's not my favorite juice, but in terms of fruit flavors, it is my favorite juice. So honestly, really quick again about this company. They're Drip the Hype. They're out of New Jersey. You can contact them on Instagram. You can Google them and email them. You can find different vendors online for them. I don't think there's too many. But they're all max VG juices. That's not customizable. You can only customize the nicotine. But for 60 mil for $24, you really can't go wrong there. That's a really good deal. Because most 30 mils are that price. Like the I Heart Donuts 30 mil juice, that's about $23 right there. But you can get a 60 mil of max VG liquid with great flavor and great clouds. Because, I mean, VG helps you produce those clouds. And, I mean, it's not compromising the flavor whatsoever. And that's a big thing. That's definitely a big talking point for these guys. But yeah, I'd check them out. Drip the Hype. Here it is right here. And then you can see it right on the bottom for the Instagram name. And definitely go show them some love because, I mean, they're trying their best to keep things cheap, but to keep them high quality juice. Instead of, you know, some sites where it's lower quality, but you can get a lot more for cheaper because it's lower quality. They're not trying to do that. They're trying to find that perfect middle ground, which, you know, as a vapor, I greatly appreciate that because if I want to order, am I going to pay 25 bucks for 30 mil or 25 bucks for 60 mil? It's really what the question comes down to. The only downside, too, is the fact that they only have these 4 flavors that I know of. I'm not sure if they have more. But so far, the 2 that I've tried, they're fantastic. I have absolutely no complaints. I've tried the French Toast and I've tried the Strawberry Kiwi, and so far I've had no issues. I mean, they come in a cool box. The bottle's nice. They're very informative. Comes with a little flavor sheet. But, I mean, that is the one downside because if you vape one flavor for too long, as, you know, those of you that have been vaping a long time know, it'll start to become muted. So, I mean, I like how they have a cereal one. They have like a candy kind of fruit one. And then they have a dessert cake one. And then they also have their, you know, their donut one, which I have not tried yet. So, hopefully on my next video, if I finish these tanks, I haven't refilled them with the same juice, I'll clean them out and I will try the raspberry cheesecake and I will try the apple cider donut. So then the flavor line, I will have reviewed the whole thing. But yeah, Drip the Hype out of New Jersey. Check them out. They're definitely worth your time, definitely worth their money. I asked them Monday if they'd like me to review these. I sent them out by like Thursday or Friday, and I got them today, which is a Monday. So they actually, it took since like Thursday maybe, so 3 business days. So that's not too bad. But then again, I also am in Rhode Island and they're in New Jersey, so it's not too big of a difference. But either way, they have great customer service that you can speak to. They're very friendly people to talk to. And they're open to hear anything you have to say or any suggestions, which is really cool. They're not stuck up. But yeah, they got 4 flavors, and so far the 2 I had, they're excellent. I mean, I've never liked fruit vapes, and now I'm starting to kind of reconsider that mindset and kind of open back up to it. So I would check out Drip the Hype and keep vaping.